Yeah, so we got to serve with the Nepali church, which was really cool. They're so nice, and we got to go out to like the communities and like these apartment complexes where refugees lived. And these refugees, there's so many from all over like different countries and stuff, and it was really cool to like see all the different cultures and stuff. And it was like, yeah, it's the people from like all over the place that had fled their country to come here. So we got to get some bags and take them to the apartment complexes with like next new neighbor care, and that's what it was called, yeah. And then we got to just like give those bags out to families because most of them were in need. And we also got to like ask them like for the people who had like little kids, do you need like diapers and clothes and all that. So we got to just go out there and help those people out and invite the kids out. And later that day we got to go to a little, like we invited all the kids to come play because we set up a little thing outside, and all the kids come, and there's so many kids. Most of those family had like a lot of kids, and so there was like so many kids out there playing, and it was really sweet. And they were all so joyful and happy, and it was just so sweet.
That's awesome, dude.
Well, we got to serve with the Nepali church, and we got to go around to the apartment complexes and bring supplies to them and like get stuff down for them to get winter coats and stuff. And so it was really fun to do that. And then we had some free time, and then we went back and spent some time with the refugee children, and that was really fun.
Where was most of the refugee kids from that you guys got to spend time with?
A lot of them were from Afghanistan and India and different parts like that, even some from the Congo, so.
Yeah,
like that.
awesome.
Oh, okay, so my favorite food was definitely the Burmese food. It's like, I don't even know what it was, but it was so good. And then we got to go to this Ethiopian coffee shop, and we got to drink these like coffees that were so good. It was like Ethiopian iced coffee with tiramisu flavor. It was so good, yeah.
I like tiramisu.
The first night we got food from Nepal, and it was so good. It had like chicken and rice in it, and it was so good. I had to go back for seconds. And then my favorite drink that I got there was the coffee from the Ethiopian coffee place, Cuckoo's Coffee. It was so good. I got the Ethiopian iced coffee with the tiramisu flavor, and it was delicious. I loved it. I got two at one time and just drank them all down.
So good.
So, well, my biggest like takeaway was like definitely just like you can't take things for granted. We had to like go through like a pretty like heavy training session to just even somewhat put ourselves in the shoes of these refugees and what they went through. And like it really just like taught me like you can't take things for granted, like your roles and like the roles you play in your life and like what you have and your like possessions and stuff, like that can be like taken away in an instant. But, like what can never be taken from you is like your faith in Jesus. And like that was just like a really big takeaway. It's like like every moment is so precious, and like all of that can be gone in an instant. So like really like just never take things for granted. And then the people, I think it was just like how welcoming they were, and how most people, like most of the time, like you're so scared like go talk to someone about the gospel, but most people there were like interested to hear about it, especially like the kids, like they wanted to learn about it. And so I think it was just really sweet to see how welcoming they were to us. And yeah.
Well, I just watched the children's faces as they were playing with us, and it made me burdened to be able to serve kids like them, because they had pure joy on their faces whenever we were playing with them, and just interacting with them was so fun. And I was called into ministry a couple years ago, and it kind of drew me further into what God was calling me to actually do in missions. And so I want to go further into missions like that with children and stuff. And just like being thankful for all that we have, because as Lily Grace said, we have so much more than they do, and they are so thankful for everything that they have. And even though they have so much less than us, we're kind of grumpy sometimes about the things we have. And even like the culture is so much different. Like I look around and the kids were all playing on the streets, even though there were cars driving around, and they would invite you into their house, and it was shocking, because that's not how it is